What is up, guys? My name is Uchiha here, and welcome back to a new video. This story is all about Uzumaki Naruto, the eras of the Uzumaki and Senju clan. Minato's mother will be Tsunade Senju, and Dan, who is known as Dan Uchiha. Dan will be 25% Uchiha in his bloodstream, but would not unlock the Sharingan. Only his predecessor, or son-in-law, will unlock the dojutsu of his Sharingan. After, let's have just to let you guys know that I'm very sorry for not posting any videos lately. I had a lot of things IRL within high school. I have finals to be done and etc. Work and etc. I'm very sorry and I appreciate your patience. But this is apology to you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns with my videos, please link it and comment it down below. If you guys want a shout out, please comment down below. I want a shout out. And I will swear and promise you, when I post a newest video, you will be giving that shout out. After this, I know some of you guys do not want to talk or, type in my comments. Some of you enjoy typing in my comments and some not. I'm very okay with this. Plus, please be ahead. I love you guys very much, and I love creating content for you guys. But I still have to focus on IRL things and leave YouTube behind. But, a quick reminder, I will still place content for you guys while looking up any fan fictions that I can write down. As a fan fiction, please be patient. That will not be coming out very soon. So the fan fiction I'm giving up will not be coming out until I'm done with chapters. But be aware that it will be an awesome fan fiction that I should be reading to you guys. I'll be creating new jutsus by mind, old jutsus, taijutsus, kenjutsus, even fuinjutsu from the Uzumaki state. I'll be going over any Uzumaki that was still alive in Konohagakure, any Uzumaki that was still alive out of Konohagakure. People like that. I'll be going over different gods or evil enemies that Naruto will face in that way of shinobi. I'll go over how Naruto changed and become a most powerful and coldest ninja in Konohagakure. But this story is not that. This story was different. This story shall not be named. I hope you enjoy What If Naruto Was an Uchiha and a Senju and had the EMS, the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Enjoy the video. We see the Yandere Hokage sitting on his desk, writing down all the paperwork he had to. The Yandere Hokage was no other than Namikaze Minato, the Hokage, or known as the fourth Hokage of Konohagakure, Hai no Kuni. We have the third Hiruzen Sarutobi, the second Tobirama Senju, and the first Hokage Hashirama Senju. Minato, who has a wife who is known as Kushina Uzumaki. Minato's mother is in a village. Her name was Tsunade Senju. She was walking in Konoha smiling at the civilians. Time skip. Minato is now in his household, in the Uzumaki Senju house. He smiled at Kushina that was sitting on the couch, laying there. Minato gave Kushina a quick peck on her forehead, giving her a smile. I can't wait for our child to be born, to teach him everything we know, Minato said quietly so his wife will not be disturbed of her sleep. Minato smiled. I love you, Kushina. I'm happy I married you, said Minato, walking away. But Kushina was not asleep. She heard everything. She smiled, but went to sleep. Time skip. A few months later, we see in an unknown location two shinobis, one holds a large breast and blonde hair. Her name was Tsunade Senju, or Sume Senju, whatever you want to call her. And one who's second to Sume was known as Biwaku, the wife of Hiruzen, the ex-third Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi. Biwaku giving Kushina the the way of a ninja, telling her to push harder, giving birth to a newly and beautiful baby boy. The boy had blonde hair, dark blue eyes, and when he opened it, every shinobi that's in that vicinity, or even his mother and father, just got attracted to his eyes, like he was one god that was born now. "You're so adorable," said Kushina, hugging her baby boy. But in the village of Konoha, in the world of Naruto, this will all end. This was only the way he would see his mother and father. This is apology from the gods. Kami himself was sorry about this, but he cannot control or interfere with human matters. But Kami wanted to, but he can't. This story starts off the nine-tail attack. A poof of smoke was heard in Konoha. People was walking around peacefully, having fun, chatting with different shinobis and genins. But the large roar, a beast with 9 tails surrounding his back, roared in Konoha. His eyes were slitted, but with the 3-tomo Sharingan, he roared and destroyed buildings after buildings, killing innocent or injuring ninjas or innocent lives. Kurama wasn't doing this by fault. He was being controlled. Minato was now facing off with the masked shinobi who holds the Sharingan, putting Kurama under that Genjutsu, or Kurama, or the Kyuubi no Kitsune. Minato was now fighting him with full power. Minato never showed his Sharingan, because if he did, people will probably think he was worse than Madara. When Minato opened his eyes, showing his Mangekyo Sharingan, it shocked the Uchiha, the masked Uchiha who calls himself Madara. Minato's eyes pointed one triangle point in the middle, a circle in the middle of that triangle point with 2 points at the edge of it. This was Minato's Sharingan, who is known as the yellow flash of a leaf, but when his eyes active, no one will stop him. Minato looked deadly and dangerous at the masked shinobi and spoke. "You dare attack my village." Minato was calm, cool, and collective. "You dare attack my home," he spoke. "You dare attack my wife," he says. "And my child you threatened. My mother you hurt. Bawaku you killed. Innocent lives you destroyed. My ninja you hurt and harmed. You are nothing more than a bastard on earth. Do you think your power is better than mine?" Minato chakra flared to life, cracking the world of earth, cracking the floor on him. His chakra just flared. The killer intent flared towards the masked man, but the man stayed stable. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't feared. He wasn't named Madara for no reason. "Be quiet, boy. You're nothing more than a mortal. I am stronger, faster, smarter than you." The masked man chuckled. "Your wife? I will kill her after I kill you." That was the last words that Minato had enough of. Minato vanished in a burst of speed. Without even throwing his kunais, Minato appeared behind the masked man with a swift kick. But it went through him. Minato was shocked, but he kept fighting. With his full power active, his Mangekyo Sharingan showing, he blazed his chakra. He didn't care who sensed him. He didn't care what sensed him. He will kill this man for harming his son and for taking the Kyuubi no Ketsune out of his wife, knowing she would die. Minato flared his chakra even more, enraged that this fool, no, this bastard, harmed his wife. He's beautiful, red-headed shinobi. He loved her deeply, and he harmed her like no tomorrow. Minato threw one of his flying Raijin kunai. It went through the man, but Minato appeared right behind him. Rasengan! Minato said, and a large Rasengan appeared in Minato's hands, slamming into the masked man's back, putting a seal to release the Kyubis off of the Genjutsu. Minato looked at the masked man that was laying on the ground, but the masked man absorbed himself into his dimension, appearing on the bridge. I will come back. No, you won't, 'cause you would die. Minato tried to throw another kunai, but the masked man disappeared. Shadow Clone Jutsu, said Minato. A shadow clone appeared with red eyes with 3 Tomo Sharingans in them. Find him. Now. Minato ordered. Minato Sharingan, or clone, vanished in a yellow flash. Appearing far away in an unknown location, we see a masked man absorbing himself. And we see the masked man panting slowly. That was dangerous, he says. The masked man was panting, his Sharingan blazing to life, but closed. Minato appeared in front of the masked man. With a swift kick, Minato sent the masked man hailing down to the ground. Do you really think you can escape from me? Said Minato. The masked man was shocked. I'm more shocked that Minato was here. The masked man sensed and pulled out his more chakra, and since it was a seal on him. Release, the masked man said, bursting more chakra, releasing that legendary seal that Minato placed. Minato was a little shocked, but wasn't shocked enough, knowing who this man was. Minato chuckled. Even you can release something powerful and dangerous. Lightning style. Electric murder, said Minato. A large electric shock came from Minato's fingertips, going towards Mother Uchiha. Mother was vanished, and in another dimension, some Kenjutsu user. And he appeared right behind Minato, kicking him, making the clone poof in smoke. Mother Uchiha was panting slowly. Zetsu, he says. What is it, Obito? I am Mother Uchiha, yelled the masked man who was calling himself Madara. Yes, Madara. What have you want? Take me home, he said, panting. Zetsu did what he was told, and both Madara Uchiha and Zetsu, who was one black half and one white half, and vanished underneath the ground. Back with Minato. Minato had the poof of smoke. In his memory, it showed him fighting the masked man, but getting a swift kick to his clone. He chuckled. He at least did a lot of damage to the man, who called himself Madara Uchiha. Well, Minato had to face off the Nine-tailed Kyuubi. He didn't want to. He didn't want to seal the beast again, but he had to. The Kyuubi no Ketsune was sealed inside of a barrier, a large blue barrier, with 3 people in it. Him, Minato the Mikaze, Kushina Uzumaki, and Naruto Senju. He see his son. Sorry, Kyuubi no Ketsune. I apologize for this, but this has to be done. Reaper Death Seal, Minato yelled. Naruto couldn't take the full Kyuubi. It doesn't matter if he uses Uzumaki nor Senju. A full Uzumaki can, but he cannot. He's half of all. He is a powerful shinobi. But Minato knew that someday he would need this power. So Minato sealed 50% of the Kyuubi no Ketsune inside of him, and 50% of the Kyuubi inside of Naruto. None of them got pierced with the Nine-Tails finger. The Nine-Tails obeyed and was sealed inside of Naruto and Minato. Minato fell to the ground, seeing the Reaper death. The Reaper himself looking down amongst the mortal. The Reaper smirked, and then spoke. "You're one powerful shinobi, mortal. But Kami wishes you sorry," said the Reaper death, or the Reaper himself. "I cannot revive you, mortal, but one day you will be spoken and back into the world of the living. One day, mortal. But I will give you time to speak with your loved ones before your soul will be mine." The Reaper had hold up 4 fingers. "You have 4 minutes. Use it wisely. Namikaze." The Reaper vanished, and the 4 minutes begins. Minato spoke. "I'm very sorry, Naruto-kun. You're one powerful shinobi. You're my son. I'm sorry for this. Please, Kyuubi, if you can hear me, please help him. Help him and sever his path. Kushina, if you survive this, protect our son. Train him if you have to. Fuinjutsu, anything. Teach him my ways of a shinobi, and tell him about his heritage." Minato coughed up more blood, or some spit. He looked at his baby boy, giving him a kiss on the forehead. Minato summoned the Shadow Clone, grabbing a scroll and writing in it, using 2 minutes of his time. Minato only had 1 minute left, but his mother appeared. "Minato, what's going on? What's happening?" said his mother. "Sorry, Mom. This is my last breath on this earth," said Minato, speaking. Tsunade was crying. Tears was in her eyes. Tsunade cried and carried Minato, cradling him like he was a normal baby back then. "I'm not a child no more, Mother." Minato's eyes started to close, rubbing his mother's cheek. He finally said his last words. "Protect my son." Minato's eyes went dull, white, and fear with no emotion. Minato limped, and was now besides dead. Kushina Uzumaki was still alive, though. They can save her. So Tsunade had no time but to rush towards Kushina, using her medical ninjutsu, even forcing more chakra in Kushina. She have now survived. Time skip. A week later, up in Konohagakure, Hainokuni, we see the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, takes the seat of Hokage once more. The Hokage looked around in the meeting room, and seeing the last seat that was empty, the heir of the Uzumaki and Senju clan / Namikaze clan. He surlily smiled, but the smile was now lifted, hearing Danzo's request. "May I have the Jinchuriki?" said Danzo. Without any other words, the third Hokage said no. "I'm sorry, Danzo, but you cannot have Naruto Uzumaki. Since his parents are long dead, or only one of them, of course, have passed, you will not hold the Jinchuriki at all. In this room, this will be S-class secret. If any of this gets out to the people of letting Naruto Uzumaki heritage or any of Jinchuriki heritage out to the villagers, will be instant death. No takes back." The third Hokage looked at everyone, and everyone replied with a yes. Hi, Hokage-sama. But Danzo, in his mind, was gritting and was angry, pissed that he couldn't have the Jinchuriki, knowing how and what power that the boy will hold in the future. But the third Hokage now looked around. Elders, you may leave now. This is only for the heads' ears only, the ninja clans, said the Hokage. All the elders and even Danzo left. Danzo left with gritted teeth and was angry at Hiruzen for not giving him the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. I want you to do something for me, said the third. He looked at all of them. Protect Naruto-kun. He is the heir. I know half of you know this, but half of you do not. He is the son of Minato Namikaze, and the grandson of Tsunade Senju and Jiraiya the Gallant. And he is the son of Kushina Uzumaki, and the heirs of his clan. Please protect him. If you want to, you can train him if you want. Hokage-sama, at this moment, I know that this will be hard for you, and hard for Kushina-san and Tsunade-san, but Naruto-kun will have to be placed in the CRA to revive the Senju and Uzumaki clan, would not. Yes, the third Hokage said silently. I know half of you didn't want to be put in a CRA, because half of you do have your clans alive still, and I'm sorry for this. I apologize to Naruto-kun for this, but he will have to be placed in the CRA. Time skip. A few years later, in the compound of the Senju and Uzumakis, we see a 4-year-old blonde boy running downstairs, seeing his mother and his grandmother cooking ramen. He was happy. He loved the ramen. He was so excited. But it wasn't for him. It was for them. They made Naruto a extra ramen thing. Or food, exactly. Healthy food that makes him big and strong. Mom, he screamed. Why I get to eat this and you guys get to eat that? That's because, Naruto-kun, you have to eat healthy to grow out big and strong like your father. He was strong and tall. Do you want to be like him? Naruto nodded. Then you will have to eat. The 4-year-old smiled and did what his mother was told. Mom, I want to become a shinobi. Can you please train me? Both Tsunade and Kushina stopped eating and smiled. Why do you want to become a shinobi? Said Tsunade. I want to become a Hokage, said Naruto respectfully. Just like my father, I will surpass them. Dr. Bayo, screamed Naruto, smiling. Naruto looked up at his mother and Tsunade, which is his grandmother. And do you know what Hokage do? Yes, they protect the village and the people inside of it. Correct. What do ninjas and shinobis do? We trained you on this, Naruto-kun. We gave you books. I know that it was hard to say, but please explain to me. Ninjas is for only protection, saving the people in Konohakikura, protecting their loved ones and family, friends and shinobis, partners and etc. Ninjas is not just showing shinobis ninjutsu, kenjutsu, or even fuinjutsu skills. It's showing that the world that we are still alive. Ninjas are named ninjas for survival. We choose to fight our bloodshed. We choose to bleed for Konoha. We choose to fight and kill for our village. Because we are ninjas. Because We are shinobis of the leaf of Konohagakure Hainokuni. They smiled. Well then, Naruto-kun, we will train you very harshly, and every technique you will learn. But first, Tsunade went off and grabbed a piece of paper, a square piece of paper, and gave it to Naruto. You will learn what type of elements are there. Naruto didn't know what an element is. Grandma, what is an element? Bachan. Well, an element is 5 chakra natures. An element is a nature of chakra. What ninjutsu you will be using? There's 5 chakra natures. We have fire, wind, lightning, water, earth. Those are 5 chakra natures. If you have all 5, you would be training of all 5 chakra natures. If you have 3, it's rare to have 3. If you have 1, it's common. If you have 2, it's a greenish type. If you have 3, it's a rare type. And if you have all 5, well, that's a type of his own. Naruto smiled. I wish I have all 5, said Naruto. But that wish couldn't come true. But Naruto had something more powerful. Naruto's paper split, showing he had a wind affinity, but it crinkled on his left, showing he had lightning affinity. It burned, showing he had fire affinity, and it went to dust, showing he had wind affinity. Well, his probably wish will come true, because the last one was a water affinity, or more powerful as well. Naruto looked at this and was shocked. Bachan, does this mean both Tsunade and Kushina was livid? They were shocked. They couldn't have words to say out of their mouths. They thought Naruto will have wind and water from the Senju clan, but he had all 5. Plus, they seen a glimpse of a crinkle, or the mix of water, yin release, and earth as well, making wood release. They smiled, and come on, Naruto-kun, we will go to the Hokage, said Tsunade. They went off. Kushina, Tsunade, and Naruto went off. Everyone was glaring at the Uzumaki. Some of them was smiling, and someone was hating him, because what he holds inside of them is Kurama. Back with the Hokage, he was doing paperwork. Damn you, Minato. Why did you die? And didn't tell me what you did to did this paperwork all fast. But he hears a knock on his door. Come in, said the third Hokage with a tired look. The third looked up from his paper and seen Tsunade and Kushina, but the only one he wanted to see is Naruto-kun. How are you? He said with a smile. I'm good, GG, but I just learned something. And what is that? He has all 5 chakra natures, said Kushina, giving the Hokage an eye widen and shock. Some of the Ambus that was sneaking in the shadows was shocked as well, but he smiled. Great thing, Naruto-kun. You want to become a shinobi, right? Yes. Hokage-sama, said Kushina, respecting the elder in front of her. Even though she calls him Gigi before, he had the respect. Now, Kushina, you can call me Gigi as well. Kushina rolled her eyes and spoke. Gigi, we need ninjutsu scrolls. Everything you have for ninjutsu and to study on chakra control. We need it all. Shipped it to the compound of the Uzumaki and Senju heir. Right. I will get to that, Kushina. And please send me the scroll of sealing. Since it was theirs only since he was a Senju. Since it was made from the first and second Hokage with S and A ranking and even B ranking ninjutsu skills. So the Hokage had to comply, since they're the heir of the Senju clan. This is part 1 of What If Naruto was an Uchiha and a Senju and had EMS. He will have EMS in the future, don't worry. It will be coming out very, very soon. But I have to give him a little break, not make him that powerful, okay? With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I apologize. Enjoy.